Welcome to the madhouse. Taxi. Anyway, talking about madhouse, I'm cooking today with my mate Clive. This is Clive. How are you doing, Clive? You alright? I found Clive many years ago on Sanchez Get High, and he's been in my house ever since. And over the years, he's played havoc, haven't you? Yeah, taxi for Pritchard. Today we're going to be making beetroot pancakes. Something simple, something you can eat before going training, going running, cycling, swimming, or something you can eat post training as well. Really easy to make. All you need is baking powder. I'm not going to show you there's baking powder in there. You need porridge, oats, some blueberries, raspberries, any kind of fruit you want really. And I've got some maple syrup to sweeten it, and some oatly cream, which is really good. But I do suggest using maple syrup on top of the oatly to sweeten it up a bit. We got the beetroot juice. You may think that's a bit weird, beetroot juice in a pancake. A lot of people don't like beetroot juice, but trust me, in this pancake it doesn't taste the beetroot, but it gives that really nice red colour. And we've got oat milk, so it's all plant-based. Oh, and not forgetting, my 2 bananas. Now, the recipe is down below, so if anybody's interested in doing this, then all the measurements and everything are down below. Give it a go, it's pretty easy. So we're going to stick all these into the food blender. This is a tricky part. So put them in a plate and they're going to go everywhere. So bear with me for 2 minutes. Before we add the rest of the ingredients, we're going to turn the oats into like a flour consistency. Put the top on, and let me just tell you, today it's 30 degrees. It's absolutely boiling in this kitchen, hence why I got a bandana on, stop the sweat going into my eyes. Plus, it makes me look cool or a dickhead. Should be enough. Right, as you can see, it gives it that floury consistency. Now that is going to take on the oat milk and the beetroot juice. Right, give it a little shake. That should make it into a nice batter. Oh, lovely. As you can see, it's quite battery there. Just warning you, with beetroot juice, the first time I ever had beetroot juice, because beetroot juice is really good for, it adds oxygen to the blood and makes you train faster and harder. So somebody told me about this one, so I started drinking. And every time before a competition or a triathlon or anything, or a marathon, I have a litre of beetroot juice every day for a week leading up to the event, and it does work, trust me. But the first time I did it, I sat on the toilet and went for a number 2, and I just looked at the bog water and went, oh shit, I got arse cancer. I thought, Jesus Christ, honestly, I thought I had something wrong with me. I literally almost phoned the doctor and it just clicked. It was the beetroot juice. So don't be alarmed when you look into your pan, when you're doing a number 1 as well. It's got a pink colour. So, nice little warning for you all. Now we're going to add 2 bananas. I have got some medium-sized bananas here, to top mid. Right, now this should be a full little batter up. Let's have a look at this batter. Whoo, yeah. It's nice and pink. Ooh, pink next to eyes wink. Ooh, taxi. Oh, I forgot to add the, it's not like me. It's not like me to forget to add something. I forgot to add the baking powder. We only need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. The baking powder will help it fluff up when you're cooking it. One more blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. It's ballroom blitz. Whew, sweat on. Here we are, look, banging. Bang, bang, tidy. I'm going to pour some of this into you. So look at that. Oh, look at that batter. We've got our pancake batter done. All we need to do now is we need to fry it off in the frying pan. We're going to use some coconut oil, flip it over, and then we're going to build a pancake stack. And then we're going to use some blueberries, raspberries, and then just decorate it, make it look lovely and edible. It's so warm, right? Coconut oil is normally quite stiff. Look, it's like sludge. So warm it is today. Right, let's turn this cooker on. You don't use too much oil, so just make the batter really oily. Don't forget, available in our bookshops, all available on swidtattoo.com, and if you go on swidtattoo.com, you can leave a message and I'll sign it for you. Leave up to, it could be 7 to 14 days for delivery because I might be away, but if not, you'll get it straight away the next day. So you can buy these on swidtattoo.com. The recipe for this beetroot pancake is in book 1. Just waiting for this pan to heat up. I mean, back in the day, the Dirty Sanchez days, to test if that was hot, you'd have to put your hand straight into the fat. But no, not today. I'm 47 and I'm grown up. Some may say that's debatable. You can make these as big or as small as you want. I mean, if you want, you can get a cake cutter, put it in the middle, stick it in there so you get perfect circles, but I'm going to do my rustic. Yeah, rustic pancakes. Right, come on. Matthew Pritchard, I am putting you behind bars for 20 years for making shit pancakes. Coronavirus pancakes. Be safe in the kitchen. And let's go for the flip. Yes! If you want to keep them perfectly round, get a cake cutter, like a big cake cutter, pour the batter in, wait for it to cook a little bit, take the batter ring off. Make sure you oil the batter ring first so it doesn't stick to the sides of the batter ring when you put it off, because it'll just make it look rubbish. But like I said, I'm just going for the rustic look. Quite satisfying making pancakes. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for the posh pancakes. I did say I was going to go for the rustic ones, but I think I'm actually going to go for the posh. I'm going to use a cake cutter to cut the perfect circle pancake to make it look nice and presentable on the plate. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Yep. I've gone all posh, sorry ladies and gentlemen. I've gone all posh, I've gone all chefy. I'm using the cutter. I'm cutting the fruit so I can put the fruit in between each stack of pancakes so they're built up nicely, and it makes them look, well, it makes them look presentable, makes them look edible to the eye. Ah. She fucking loves me, boys. I reckon we should start a swear jar. Every time I swear, we're going to put a pound in a jar. So at the end of every edit, I'll count how many times I say the F word or whatever swear word. And I'll put a pound in a jar and see what we've got at the end of the year. We donate it to an animal charity. I think that's a good idea. Right, it's time to plate up the pancakes, the beetroot pancakes. Da, 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 da. Fanfare. The texture on them, woohoo, they're lovely. Stick it in the middle. And use some raspberries, some blueberries. This is where the maple syrup and the oat cream oatly cream. You can get this from most supermarkets these days. It's absolutely delicious. All we need to do now is just scatter this over the top. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We got Pritchard's beetroot pancake stack. Look at that, dripping with lovely maple syrup, oat cream, raspberries, blueberries, beetroot, oats, bananas. This is absolutely delicious. You can have it as a pudding, you can have it before training, you can have it post-training, or you can have it while you're sitting on the toilet and having a shite. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget subscribe, and don't forget all the ingredients, the recipe and everything down below. See you next week. Arrivederci.